Oh my God, your poor dad.
Shouldn't say that word.
All right. Does anyone know the intro?
Bailey
Besides
does. All right,
Bailey?
Mom, let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brandt sister.
Good job. You almost nailed it.
Uh-oh.
Almost. I wonder if
Impressive.
Dad would have done better.
All right,
Nope.
Dad, ready?
Wanna
No,
give it a
I'm
Let's
try?
do
not
it on 3. Dad.
I forgot
Dad,
already.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not doing it.
Him's
Do
nervous.
it.
I'm not
Welcome
gonna
back.
do it.
Him shitting rocks.
You shouldn't
I'll
say
say it
that.
with
that.
you.
Sorry, shitting bricks.
Not doing it.
So if you guys can't tell, we finally have our poor mom and our poor dad with us. And if you are watching us on YouTube or Spotify, you can see that we have really cool new pajamas.
That our poor mom got for us, and
And we have new cups, but
you can't
only
really
Paige has her cup
you can't
down
really
here.
see, but she made us new cups. Each of us have a little saying on ours. Mine is the obnoxious bull.
Mine says ghost nuts.
Mine says left girl.
Okay, when I posted that, a lot of people were talking about Left Girl. They were like, Left Girl.
People want left girl merch.
Okay.
I think it's
Okay,
cool.
twist my arm.
I think people like you because you're kind of mysterious.
They're like, why doesn't
so
she ever talk?
They're like, why
She
doesn't
must have so many thoughts going on in that
No, they're
head.
like, wow, her hair's so long, but she just like never speaks. She's so cool.
full of
and
secrets.
she's so tall and so slender.
And the other two just never shut up. Those little meatballs.
That obnoxious bull never stops talking.
No, literally the obnoxious bull.
And me. Anyways, guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So do you guys want to go around and just say like how does it feel having all of your girls here?
It's lovely.
Is it?
Oh,
It is.
I
that
mean,
it?
don't say anything more.
Wait, how did it feel, Dad? Actually, how did it feel when you drove home from work the other day and you pulled up and you're like, "Uh-oh, Jade's car is blocking the gate." How
Oh.
did it feel
Let me go get her keys from inside.
from where we all keep all of our keys by rule? How did that feel? Or tell us what happened. And
The way
tell
we're
us how it
supposed to
felt.
put them on the keychain in case anyone
yeah.
needs to move a car.
And just
Yeah.
to if you guys aren't following, I took the keys with me to Dallas because
We left the house. Jade left the building and brought her keys with her.
but I was flustered because we were on our way to our very first semi meetup. I don't know
Yeah.
if do we consider that a meetup?
Yeah, we do. We
Okay,
just, like,
yes.
Didn't talk as much as we should have.
Yeah, we were nervous.
We're
so
nervous girls.
just
but
like you
we-
two.
I was shitting rocks.
Bailey didn't want to
You
go.
shouldn't say that
the
word.
thing
I was
about
shitting bricks.
Bailey, when I told her, I was like, we're doing a spin class at Coast Cycle in Dallas. Shout out. They're amazing. And Bailey's just like, I'm not going.
I said, "Why? And why do I have to be there?"
And I was
But
like,
Bailey did go.
But she
and
did
she
go.
is so sore.
so am I.
is Paige.
And
Because
so
Bailey,
am I.
how long did you work out?
When
Well,
do you,
I worked out the whole time. I didn't
She just
stand
didn't
on
stand
the
up.
bike. I was
She
sitting
sat.
down the whole time. And you guys, honestly, I was so inspired by
Really?
the two of you. Especially because when either one of the two of you would stand up, the other one would stand up because it's like,
because we're
"Ah, God."
competitive.
Yeah. And I am not competitive.
I'll be completely honest. I was not looking at Jade. I could not take my eyes off of the girl that was directly in front of me. Like the instructor who was
On
doing
the bike?
Yeah, I was mimicking all of her motions. So I was just like, my eyes were glued on her.
I was looking at
Even
the
the
girls in
people-
front of us, and they were so
They were
good.
so good.
They were like on beat the whole time.
And they were like whipping their hair. They
Yeah.
were like having fun. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't even exist here. How are you having fun? I can't do
Yeah.
any of it.
Yeah,
And the guy,
just not
what
your
was the
thing.
instructor's name?
Adam.
He was so good.
So
He
good.
was great.
He was literally standing up on the bike and not even touching the
I was
handlebars.
one because there were times where I tried to take my hands off the handlebars and I was like, like
It
how does
literally
he
felt-
do that?
He has really
right.
intense core strength.
Get your ass up. Come on. Don't sit your ass
Spank
down.
yourself.
Let's go, bitch. And I was like,
I like when he made us
Can't
spank
do it.
ourselves.
Because it was supposed to be like, ooh, I'm sexy, but I just know that I was like,
I also couldn't even stand up for that part when I could see they were taking a video and I couldn't even stand up.
I really
even
want
though
that
I
video.
knew they were taking a video. I sat and I was like, oh, it looks like everyone's having fun.
Maybe this means you could incorporate a little exercise into your routine.
I think it means that, but I don't think
I
it means
think
that I'm
it's
gonna do a
time to
cycle
play
class.
dodgeball.
I think
Maybe you could do like some squats while
to
you're
play dodgeball.
like working.
I could. It's like the front thigh muscles that I
Yeah,
don't
that would
have
help you with
even
your
a little
squat.
bit.
That's a type of squat.
Yeah. I don't have it.
And imagine if Bailey, like, all bodies are beautiful, blah, blah, blah.
If you did one workout a week.
One workout a week.
One squat a week.
If you did like a crunch a week, you would have abs. Like you
would
do
have an
have
8-pack.
abs. Yeah. And I'm over here killing myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm just basically like a kind of a formed meatball. But anyways,
Anyways,
we're not
it was
here to
great.
body shame. Actually, we are here to body shame because that's kind of what our family does.
And actually, what we're talking about is how you took your keys.
Right. Okay. Back to
How
that.
did you feel about that, Dad?
I
Dad
was
was
a little
pissed.
torqued out of shape, but
And the thing about Dad is our poor dad and Paige are the same.
Yep.
They spin out over like it's like the biggest
I
thing
did
can happen.
not.
No.
What did
But
I
also,
held
when
it.
you texted us and when Jade said,
But
I have my
Paige
keys,
started spinning out.
all over our buttholes.
Yeah.
Pucker.
Mine didn't.
Oh, mine did.
And I said,
didn't.
Jade looked at the text and then she just put her phone down. I said, you need to respond to him immediately and tell him that you have the keys.
Because she was taking on Dad's stress.
I was
And then
looking
he
for-
said,
I was
where
looking
are
all
the
over.
keys?
Because I knew that Dad was going to be looking around for the
Oh, I was
keys.
tearing your room
And
apart.
then whenever Jade finally said, I have them with me, he responds, good thinking.
And then I was just like, screw you.
and then I said, Jade, you need to apologize right now.
and I just go, I'm sorry.
And then Dad goes, sure you are.
I didn't say sure you are.
You said, I'm sure you are.
It was a mistake.
I'm pretty sure you said
The thing is, like, Mom and I are much more similar to where, like, we have an appropriate reaction based off of, like, what's going on.
Well, but, like,
well,
why
you
was
and
it-
Dad, like, you have level 10 reaction to every little
Well, because
inconvenience.
where was the logic? Why was it appropriate for you to take your car keys when your
Because
car was
I was
in
getting something out
the
of my
house?
car, and then I took my keys with me.
And also, it was 11
it's not
degrees. Who can think in that kind of weather?
Exactly. And it was just cold, and let's move on.
Your car's never locked anyway.
Yes, it is.
Some days.
Anywho.
Anyways, what is she doing?
Your dog is growling out the door. Do you
Just
wanna
let
keep
him growl. Let him growl.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, everybody. I was trying to take care of Jade's dog.
Somebody said on our live the other day, they were like, I like when you guys fight and it gets awkward and then you have like an awkward silence.
Well, because it's usually when I'm
Me and
talking
you.
and then Jade goes, "Is there a point to this?" And then I just stop and
That
look
was
at
just
her.
last week.
That happened 2 weeks in a row.
Really?
Yes, it happened 2 weeks in a
Well,
row.
I didn't listen to this week's episode. I block out all of the tension from my brain.
Anyways,
Anywho.
so back to, I mean, do you have anything else to say, Mom and Dad, about how do you feel having all of your daughters back at home for Christmas?
What was your favorite part about having us home so far?
don't all speak at once.
Okay, clearly
Okay,
they are.
It was
I
all
think
too
the
good.
game.
It
I
was
think
all
all the
too
games
good.
we played.
Yeah,
the games
I
are
enjoy
good.
having you guys all home.
Okay.
I love it.
Sounds like it.
No, I do love it. I love when we all hang
Cook
out,
together.
we talk, we're cooking,
Get along.
get along. It's just when
Feed the hogs.
the tension in the
What tension?
bitching at each other.
So that's your favorite
Like,
part about
no,
us?
that's the
Remember
part
when
I
I-
don't like.
Remember when Dad and I pissed you off yesterday?
And I had to go upstairs and take it.
And I hear the door slam, and I'm in my room, and I'm like, "What just happened?"
That wasn't me.
Paige and
was
Dad
me and
are
you.
relentless.
It was Paige and Dad, and I was on the other side, and they wanted to get me in on it. I said, I'm not going to yell at Jade.
I know they team, and that's what Paige does. Paige likes to get somebody and like team up against.
Paige is
somebody.
the all-time
I didn't have a
quarterback.
problem teaming up. with them.
100%.
She's gonna.
Like I can be bitchy, but like I think it's
You're
not-
always on your own.
I'm always on my own, and it's like not malicious, but your bitchiness is made to cut the other person.
Well, because it was just like absurd. Like what had happened was just like literally insanity, and I couldn't handle the fact
She
that
wouldn't stand for it.
Yeah, Jade was supposed to rinse and dry the plates, the Christmas plates. And
okay,
she,
but
like,
I did.
No, you
And
you
I-
rinsed them.
I
and then
look
dried them.
over it.
There's
She
just,
got them
like,
all
in-
stacked up.
they're, like,
and I
basically
picked
puddles
one
of
up, and
water
they're-
on all
they're-
of them.
They're just dripping. I said, "You
But-
dry them?" She goes,
Okay,
"Yeah, I
so
dried them
a
already."
little
Anyways.
backstory is we have people coming over, and I want to set the table and use Christmas plates because when do you use Christmas plates? Once a year
Christmas.
for Christmas. I wanted to use the Christmas plates. I asked them to rinse
So
them
I rinsed
off.
them and dried them.
And Jay's like,
You
well, we're
rin-
just
they were
going to end
like-
up putting
they
them
were
on the
damp.
table. They're going
They
to
were
dry
damp.
eventually.
Well, my question is, why didn't you say, yeah, I rinsed them. Now the next step is to dry them. Why did you say you dried them?
I did dry them with the paper towel.
Okay, well that's why it was funny to tell the story.
yeah, this
that's
is
why
getting
it
a
was
little
funny
too insular. We don't need to work this out.
Because then Jade
I
was
think we
offended.
do need to work it out.
No, because then Jade was offended that her drying skills were not up to par for me and Dad.
Or anybody's.
No, because they're relentless, and then it's like they're both looking at each other like, "Wow, she's crazy! What a fucking loser!"
And
That's
then,
the
and then
eyes.
you just and
No,
stormed
because I'm
off.
like, you guys are both so mean.
And then I went back up to the room and I said,
No, because this is what Paige is good at. She's good at like creating the shitstorm and then like apologizing.
I was like, "Are you gonna come downstairs?" She goes, "Maybe."
Because she's the all-time quarterback. She is on both sides. She's gonna instigate. She's gonna keep nagging, and
Yes.
she's gonna also
And then she'll
smooth
resolve
over.
it. Yeah. See, me, like, I don't like resolving it. I'm like,
No,
it's gonna
you
take
let
a
it
minute.
die on its
You
own.
like
just
a
never
grudge.
wanna-
You just let it
I'm the biggest
suffocate
grudge. I'm
on
the
its own by itself.
It's because I'm a Scorpio rising. I remember everything.
Dad, what are you? What's your rising?
I don't know.
Me either.
Oh, we haven't done
Tension.
that.
I don't do that.
I don't
an
do that
Aries.
stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome to our house.
We got the clapper.
Things don't work the way normal houses work. What is
Sorry,
that?
I just accidentally clicked
Oh
me
my
off.
Okay. Anyway,
Everything's
so what has been going on with you guys this week?
Well-
I think we have a BB update.
Guys, I have a BB update. Yesterday, I
Told you.
pulled the trigger and I booked a flight to go visit BB. So, Mom,
Dad, how do you feel about that? Your little baby's gonna be going.
How do
to
you
visit
feel?
a man.
How do you feel that one of
beep,
our
beep, beep.
one of our stepsisters, our listeners,
Hooked you up.
hooked me up with her brother, and now I'm gonna go to a different city and state to go visit him.
So we'll
Big
get
step.
a fourth sister, and if it works out with BB, we'll get a fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh sister
Yeah.
because he has four sisters.
3 sisters. There's
three.
there's 4 total, 3 sisters.
Oh, okay. Pardon. I beg your pardon. Anyways,
So you're already talking about it working out?
yeah.
Well, if
Well,
she's
obviously
going
we're going
there,
to talk about it working out.
What I
instead of-
like about BB is that he's made his intentions clear from the start. He's like, I'm not dating just to like date. Like I'm intentionally dating.
Right.
And we love that.
Yeah.
A man with focus.
So stay tuned.
You're kind of the same way.
Me?
Yeah.
Paige has
Exactly.
expressed that too.
That's why
Yeah.
that's what I've been looking for.
Paige is our little lover. She's like always in a relationship.
Oh, clearly
is
not.
This is the longest you haven't been in a relationship though. But our entire lives, you're always the one that's like
A year and a half.
monogamous.
A year and a half I've been single.
Who
I think.
else is in a relationship around here?
Ooh, transition.
Beep, beep, beep.
I think we have a
Okay,
Mr. Roberts update.
We have a Mr. Roberts update, and
it's
we have 2 huge Mr. Roberts updates.
huge.
Oh my
One
God.
is
It's
that
bigger than big.
Mr. Roberts Senior listens to this podcast, and
Hi, shout out.
And-
Mr. Robert Sr.
and he said that we all sound good together.
Thank you.
I'm glad because we're
I know,
sisters.
but now when he told me that, my butthole puckered
You got
because I was
embarrassed.
like, "Oh no, what did I say on here?"
Here, drink
and now
some
I'm
more wine.
blushing. And then the second update is that I kind of forced Mr.
No, you
Roberts.
didn't.
No.
You forced what?
Mr. Roberts and I are official.
Boyfriend
He's
and
her
girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a title.
We have a title. He was just calling me his
They
girl
DTR'd.
for a month, and I was like, we need
I'm
to
your
add
woman.
something else to that because it's not just I'm not just your girl. He's like, what? That's like I'm committed to you. Like, look at my actions. And I was like, girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, the
Ugh.
thing I will say about Mr. Roberts is he's always been an actions guy, which
And
is
he's very consistent.
yeah, which is amazing. That's great. But you know, it was time. It
And
was
his-
time to shit or get
yes.
off the pot.
And he's very honest, and his words always match up with his actions. But now I needed a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's very exciting.
Yeah, we're excited.
Cannot wait to see what 2023 brings for you.
It will bring either one of 2 things.
Yeah.
We'll
Which
either
is
still be
what?
together or
You
we
won't.
won't.
Wow, so both of you. It's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But we mentioned that we were going to do like a 2022 like dating wrapped thing. Basically, the long of the short of it, I went on 6 dates.
Well, you went on dates with 6 people.
I dated 6 people. We all remember Dion, right? You guys actually probably don't.
I don't.
But that was the guy that I ended things because he made a joke. He was making fun of me and Bailey for karaokeing, and he said that he was like, "Oh, you're a fucking loser," and I was like,
Wait, was Dion the one that didn't pay for things at the pool?
"No, that was the
We'll get to that guy.
That was the second guy." So that was why things didn't end with Dion, because it was like he probably meant it more lighthearted, but it was just the fact that he made the joke and he said like, "Oh, like, are you guys fucking losers?" or something like that. I was like, I don't know you that well.
Like, maybe, but also this is what we're doing and this is what we're gonna keep doing.
And it's like, I don't know you that well to like make such a harsh joke that wasn't even funny. And I was like, X. So that one was gone. And then there was the guy that didn't pay for things at the pool, which was just weird.
Wait, Dad, do you even know he didn't pay for things and also asked for Paige to pay for things?
Yeah, I had asked him the bar that we were at the pool. We thought there was going to be a bar there. They had the bar closed. So I was like, hey, on your way here, can you grab like a couple cases, like a case of beer, a case of White Claw for my friends? And I swear he already had them in his truck because they were already like open. And he asked me
depleted.
to Venmo him $65, which like even if he bought those new,
No.
that's not $65. But then we left the pool.
Even if it was $65, like it's really only $65 for a date.
Right.
Exactly.
But then we go to a lunch spot and they didn't split the check. So my friend Mike picked up the check and the whole plan was, okay, we'll Venmo Mike. And this guy doesn't even do anything to like, hey, Mike, what's your Venmo? Hey, Paige,
are you
gonna
my
like
part?
make sure that I'm covered or whatever, you know,
my
there
whole
was-
last meal and
and
beers.
drinks. Yeah. And so I obviously Venmo'd Mike for this person, and then I Venmo'd this person for the drinks that he already probably friggin' had in his truck, and I was like, never seeing you again.
No, that is like the worst manners.
Bizarre.
Yeah. And then
Bizarre behavior.
And then there was the guy that Smacky tried to set me up with. We met him at Rustic, and then he was just got so offended that I didn't want to go meet him out. We had planned to go on a date, and he's like, oh, you can just come up to Rainy Street. I'm here with me and 9 other of my guy friends. And I was like, I don't know you. I don't feel comfortable going to meet you and 9 other guys by myself.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then he was like thinking I was talking poorly about his character, and I was like, I just like think this is unsafe. So no. So yeah, basically, and then there was the guy with the dog.
Oh, he's
That didn't
actually
work out.
friends with Mr. Roberts.
I know he's a nice guy, but something happened to his dog.
No,
And so I was like,
okay, and it's so funny because when I was out, and it was like Formula One, and it had been months since you guys went on a date, and he was talking, and I was like, oh my God, you
you're
are
the
that guy that you went on a date with my sister. And he was like, oh my gosh, yeah, how's your sister? Like, I really liked her.
we'll call him Longhorn Steakhouse because that's where he took me on a date.
Oh my God, yeah.
But we had one date and it was really great. I really liked it.
I know, I don't, and he thought that you weren't giving, he thought that you didn't like him. And I was like, are you kidding me? She was like so pumped to go on another date with you.
And then I was like,
then tragedy
But
struck.
how is one supposed to handle a tragedy like that? I was expecting him to,
That was
like, when he was ready to
was it tragic?
go on, his dog died. Like, right after, like, suddenly, like, right after the first date. And
was a
so
surprise.
it was really traumatic. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm really sorry this happened to you, whatever. Like, when he's ready to like hang out again, he'll reach out to me, right? And then he just like never did. So I was like, okay, cool.
you should have sent him
just
flowers.
I sent him like texts saying like,
Condolences.
Send him a flower via text.
anyways.
well, that was they only went on one date.
Yeah, so I didn't want to
It
be
was
like
very
creepy.
unfortunate timing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. And then there was just one guy I went on a date with, really cool date. I just don't see him like that. We went to a concert. And then the next day he moved to Arizona, so that was weird. And then the last one's BB, and so far that's going well. So thanks, Brenna.
Yeah, mine was, I went on, I think my first date of the year was Riesling guy. And he was
That was wild that was this year.
because he provided so much content
For TikTok,
me.
for this podcast, for
Yeah,
everything.
Yes. And it was awesome because his friend, and it just proved everything I knew about him. So like when we went on the date, I don't know if this will mean anything to you, Dad, but he was like, we went to this wine bar and he's like, I got a Riesling. And I was like, oh my God, like Riesling is such like,
Be careful with what words you say.
a feminine wine.
Right.
And it's a shitty wine. I don't even think it's like, I don't even like Riesling. And I like, you know, like I like a little bit of like a butchy guy. So like, I don't really want like a little bitch, to be honest. So when he's like, I am drinking Riesling, I was like, okay, red flag. But then he didn't look like his pictures, and that's fine. He had like 2 diamond stud earrings, which was just like not my vibe. And he was just like petite. And I'm like short, but I'm not petite. Yeah, we're sturdy. Yeah, I'm short, but I'm sturdy. And like, if I'm bigger than you, like, we've got issues. So then it like reinforced my feelings of his like little bitch syndrome when his friend was fighting his fight on TikTok.
I remember that.
And then Paige and I, we are out on Rainy on a Sunday, and those 2 fuckers come up the stairs at Unbelievable, and I look and I'm like, okay. And this girl was being crazy on my TikTok, like commenting all this shit. So I was like, is she about to like fight me? Which, by the way, I'm not a fighter, but you are.
I got you.
She would fight someone for you. She
I
would
know.
throw a bitch down.
I know. And I was like, we were at the bar, and then he comes up to me and he's like, I checked and they don't have any Riesling hair, in his little bitch
Okay,
voice.
that is a funny joke though.
I know, it was a funny joke, and I was like, oh, LOL, that was a good one. But he was like, not. It was like, he was pissed.
Yeah, he was very embarrassed that you made so much content about
Which
him.
also,
he
we
kept
never say
asking
anyone's
for it.
names ever. We
And
don't dox people at all.
Yeah, she exposed him.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, good luck dating in Austin now, because he knows everyone in Austin. And I was like, oh, I'm shaking in my little
Does
space
he know
boots.
Mr. Roberts?
I was like, oh, I think I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, it's like,
Anyways,
bye.
but then right after that, I met with another guy who was a catfish who like looked so much cuter in pictures. And then I went on a date with him. Not only was he not cute, he was the dullest person I've ever gone on a date with in my life.
So he was an actual catfish.
He was actually
He was
just
on a date
he
with
was
a fish.
He was the human. He's the personification of a limp dick. Like, it was just
A
holding
fish.
like a little like limp dick in your hand, and it's just like, wake up. And it was just like, what the fuck? And then I was literally like, wow, the weather is nice today. And then after, I like get in the car and I like call Ashley, and I was like, this was the worst fucking date I've ever been on. And he's like right there, and he's like, wait. Then he texted me the next day and he's like, hey, do you want to get a drink this week? And I was
No.
like, what about that date made you think that this was good enough to get a fucking drink after?
to have a round 2.
Yeah, no. Then I was like, I'm done with dating for like a beat. Like, I just need a second. And then I met Mr. Roberts. We matched on 2 different apps.
Wow, you really liked each other.
We were just meant to be. Then that was like the person I dated for a while. And then he was like, you know, like, I think we need to not just pigeonhole each other. So I was like, okay, if you're going to date other people, I'm going to date other people. Then I went on this awful date with this guy who was like a typical, like, rich Southern, like, Nepo baby asshole.
Ted Cruz.
Pretty much. He was actually Ted Cruz adjacent. Like,
Ted Cruz Jr.?
He was making jokes from the get-go to let me know, like, what he was about. And I was like, I understand what you're trying to do here. Like, I know exactly what you're about. Like, you don't need to say anything more. Like, he was like making jokes about like anti-woke culture, like making like kind of homophobic jokes. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
But I just needed a date. So I was like, okay, well, we're at
No, you're hot enough. It's fine. Ted Cruz, you're hot enough. It's okay.
And you have money. Can you just shut up and pay the fucking bill?
Can we just post an Instagram together or something?
Can I ask,
Shh.
why did you just need a date?
Because I just needed to like,
For herself.
I needed it.
Right. Okay. Well,
So we went to Clark's because he was like, where should we go? And I was like, here's where
Clark's.
I like to go. And it's expensive. So get your wallet out. So we did that. And then remember, that was and then I accepted a second date with him.
you're a dumbass.
Because I was being a fucking dumbass. That's when I regressed and I was being a dumbass in that like short period of time.
And do you remember that I kept basically telling you in a really nice way that you're being a dumbass, and you were like, I know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm like, okay. Well.
I know. I knew exactly what I was doing, being a dumbass. And then he like yelled at me because we didn't set a date. He wanted to go to Via 313, not even like the actual place. He wanted to go to the what's it
food
called?
truck
The food
in the
truck
bar.
on a Sunday night at a bar. And I was like, no.
At a bar on a
At a bar.
Sunday? Oh my God.
Not for me. That's not
Oh
my
my
vibe.
God.
Well, at least
It
was
led
that
you.
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
say at least you're
go on.
like ending the year with Mr. Roberts, who's
Yeah.
like so different than all of those experiences.
Well, yeah, and it kept like bringing me back to Mr. Roberts and made me like Mr. Roberts
Mr.
more.
Roberts.
Mr. Roberts. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Senor Robert.
I was just trying to distract myself while Mr. Roberts was having this time. And then I went on a date with Hey Arnold. And that was like, I liked him. He was nice.
Did he have a football head? Is
No,
that-
he was raised in New York, but he
Oh,
like
okay.
had like a Hey
He went
Arnold
to PS 118.
118.
PS 118.
He literally, they
818.
trapped
That's
him
Kendall
in
Jenner's tequila.
That's actually the area code of our first phone numbers.
No.
was
852. 852-0506.
No, 818 was our very first area code.
No, it
Mom,
wasn't.
Dad,
Yes, it
can
was.
you confirm or deny?
We had 818.
She is correct.
How the hell does she know that?
Honey, because I was born before you.
By the way,
Shit.
what's wrong with the food truck?
It was not wrong, but it was like, it's not the vibe for
A
a
Sunday,
Sunday
night?
night. It's like a bar. It's like a very bar fratty vibe, and I just like it's a Sunday night. Like I don't want to be
That's
like
more of like a vibe you go to like when you've already been dating. And
Yeah.
it's like you're
Or like a
gonna have like
Thursday
a chill night.
or it's a night that you would start off the weekend, not in the weekend.
Or like if you want to go to a bar.
Like, let's just go
you
to
don't
a
want to
bar.
go to a bar on a Sunday night because you're
yeah, I would never go to a bar on West on a Sunday night.
Yes.
Like it's just I'm tired,
Yes.
Yeah,
and
you're
I need
old.
and I'm older.
You're old.
I'm 34.
Anyway,
anyways,
Bailey,
glad that you end the year with Mr. Senor Robert.
Senor
Roberto.
Not to be confused with Mr. Robert Sr.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Don't confuse him.
Okay.
Bailey, what's your 2022 dating wrapped?
So I only went on dates with Sticks this year because he's been my boyfriend since January 25th, which is also my birthday, if anyone wanted to send any presents to me.
And then mine's February 12th, same as Abraham Lincoln.
And mine is September 25th.
Yeah.
Not
And
to be
Mom's is
confused.
February 8th.
Dad, do you
everyone
want
wants
to
to know.
do you want to tell him your birthday?
No.
April 19th.
Send any presents anywhere you can. But I only have been on dates with Sticks. And so
And he moved out here.
What were some
So-
of your top dates?
my first top date that we went on was when he took us both to Mexico for my birthday.
It's very nice.
Yeah. And I chose songs to represent these moments of my
so
life.
what is that song?
It is Bidi Bidi Bum Bum by Selena.
Selena Quintanilla.
Selena Quintanilla Perez. Do you want to sing any of it?
Bitty bitty bum. I almost sang Come Over Floor.
Bidi 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 Bum Bum. Because that was a very good time. That was when we said I love you, and also when we decided to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Nice.
When I said, don't you think we should just be boyfriend and girlfriend? It's going to be
Hey,
a lot
Sticks.
easier.
You want to be my boyfriend?
Hey, Sticks, settle up.
Hey, let's just go ahead and be boyfriend girlfriend now so we can just
Sticks,
explain it to everyone easier because people are going to say, how do you guys know each other? He's my boyfriend.
That's what I said to Mr. Roberts. And he's like, you say,
And at
this
first
is
he
the
said
person.
no.
First he was like, you just say, this is the guy I'm dating.
I'm so sorry, Bubba.
Anyways,
Okay, so that's a great first date memory. What is another one?
So then another point of my life that happened this year was that I had some very bad news about
A family that was close to you.
a
Yes.
family that is close to me. And Styx and Paige, but this is not a sister wrapped, it's a dating wrapped. Styx, like, it was like a very bad news, very intense. I was like stretched very thin emotionally and physically, like having to like do a lot of stuff.
You're
I'm
gonna
not
cry.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna cry about it.
Doesn't sound like it.
The point
You
is,
talked for a million years. Let her talk.
and sorry for having a feeling about things. Now I hate you.
Okay, well, I think you were like he supported you a lot during
Yeah,
that.
the
very
song
emotional
is
time.
"I'll Stand by You" by Martina McBride, which I told you it was going to be a Martina McBride song.
really sweet.
I'll stand by you. Oh, she's crying.
I told you I was going to cry.
Oh, shit.
Look what you did.
I told you I was going to cry.
I'll stand by
Now I'm going to
you.
cry more. Don't sing
Okay,
more.
okay. So
Your
then
voice is
that's
so beautiful.
really
It's bringing me to tears.
that's really sweet that that he, you know, so supportive and
That
able
he
to be
stood by
there
me?
for you in ways that you needed to be at
Trying
that time.
times.
What's another moment?
The last song. The last and final song that I'm going to talk about is, Paige, say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Oh, I thought it was just called Italian restaurant.
Oh, scenes from an Italian restaurant. He calls it scenes. He always says, "What? No scenes?"
Oh, that's funny. You're just yakking
Someone
on a
yak
bone. Yeah, Styx loves Billy Joel, but he loves this
He
one song.
Loves Billy Joel. He loves to karaoke Billy Joel sometimes. He made
I
our
heard it.
family
I
listen
heard it.
to him
I heard his rendition.
Yeah, I
the
was
whole
so,
7 minutes.
I
Very
was
nice.
so impressed that he karaoke'd with us at our family's house, like in front of Dad. And he was blown away by your voice, by the way.
Oh, he's your number one fan.
I'm
He
not-
was like, "Oh my god!" Every song you sang, he was like, "Oh my god, your dad can really sing." And I was like, "I know." And then he would sing another song. He's like, "Wow,
He'd probably been drinking.
this
more.
guy can wail."
And then he'd
You
come
have
up
a
to
lot
me.
of fans, by
He'd
the
be
way.
like, "Oh my God, your dad." And I was like, I
Yeah,
know.
This is.
I've been
our-
hearing it since I was like 3 years old. I know. And
Oh
he's like,
my.
he's like really good.
So sing us a ditty. Actually, we promised all our listeners that you would sing a song from start to finish.
No, we didn't.
So this is
Sorry,
Christmas.
sorry, fans.
Okay, so let's
Move on.
Let's hear from the parents.
What'd you like to hear?
I mean, something.
Any highlights from your year?
You guys
Did you
are
guys go
just-
to Italy this year?
We did. That
I
was
can't
that was
believe-
a huge highlight.
You know what? It's crazy that like you can barely get Dad to Fort Worth, which is 20 minutes away, to just have a meal. But like you can, Sandy Brandt has gotten him out of the country twice
Twice.
in the last couple of years.
I kind of like sticking within about a 2-mile radius.
Yeah.
I
We
do
know.
tell people that you have like a imaginary ankle bracelet, and it's like a 1.5 mile radius, and that's as far as you can go from the
Kind of
house.
like our close friends and
Baja, the Friends, the Ertles. That's about it.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, pretty good.
The couch.
And then how was Italy?
Great.
I love Italy.
Where'd you go?
So we went to our home base was Cortona, and then we did a couple of day trips where we did.
Can you talk in the
Assisi.
mic?
Yes. So we went to Assisi,
SCC.
and we went to Siena, and then we went to Montepulciano,
Montepulciano. Hey.
Hey.
and then we
Monte
also
Carlo.
went to Milan.
Oh, yes.
And
And-
Dad did all of his designer shopping for the year in Milan.
Yes.
He did most of it.
Dad,
He
who's
still
your
has
favorite
some more.
designer?
Give me a hit.
Miller Lite. Gucci.
Miller Lite.
Gucky.
Don't say Balenciaga or else you're going to get
Don't
us
get
canceled.
canceled.
No.
Yeah, please.
And then we finished off in the Amalfi Coast, and I have to say, I would do that again in a heartbeat.
Wow. Well, let's do it again. We're going to Europe in September. Don't give them too many details or else we're going to get taken.
Yeah. Don't
We have a
triangulate
huge-
our location.
We have a huge prize on our head.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we do some listener emails? Because I feel
Yes.
like what's our time right now? What are we at?
It's like a
I
lot.
can't read that far.
Because I probably talked a little too long.
You talked a long time.
Okay, shut
Jade,
the
I think
fuck
you did
up.
a great job.
Okay,
Or you
first of all,
guys-
I like listening to you talk, but you hate listening to me and Bailey talk.
No, Jade,
Okay.
Jade talked quite a bit this time.
First, Dad, could you freshen my glass?
And while Bailey's
Absolutely.
getting this all pulled up, let me just say I have been thinking about what I'm going to say about my dating Wrapped for at least an entire week.
And then
because
I just rattled
I
it
knew that you were going to be on my ass. You're taking too long. Hurry up. Blah, blah, blah. And then you're just going and going. And then as soon as Bailey is talking for maybe 50 seconds,
I bet it was 20.
maybe, you're like, okay, come on. Can you get on with the story? I'm like,
And I was
I've heard that before.
welling up with some emotions.
yeah, she's
And
actually.
I also had, I also was thinking about my dating Wrapped, and I also put thought into it.
Bailey had songs
appreciate
to go
you
with
guys.
each and every one
I
of her
love that.
dates.
That's so cute.
I know.
So
All
just
my
so you all
moments.
know, this is what it's like to have dinner at the Brandt house. Every
Only it's
single
a-
time we have dinner.
The gloves are a little bit more off when
True.
we have dinner.
True. Somebody's usually storming off and slamming a door.
And
Jade.
someone is Jade.
I just have to remove myself sometimes.
Okay, the title of this one is No Jizz in These Pants. Because
Interesting.
that's what we talked about the last episode.
Yeah.
Hi, sisters.
Hello.
Something fun that happened to me this year was that my boyfriend and I were certain that he was infertile, so we jokingly decided to see if he was. Turns out he wasn't. So we got married right after I got a positive pregnancy test. He has amazing health
What?
insurance. And I
Whoa.
gave birth to the sweetest little boy in October. Maybe next time I'll have him finish his pants like your previous men did, so I don't get knocked up again.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Wait, that's
But
a
she
risky
just
little
wanted
game.
to brag about her beautiful baby because it's very beautiful.
Okay, that's a cute baby.
Wait, look at that
Look at those
squishy
cheeks.
little.
That's a really cute baby.
handsome.
But I don't, okay, this is what I'm going to say just as a disclaimer to everyone. Don't jokingly try to like disprove infertility because you never know.
More often, you're fertile.
And like, yeah.
That's a big surprise.
Mostly err on the side of caution, but it
Yeah,
worked out
oh.
great for that listener.
Yeah.
I'm very glad for them.
Yeah.
I'm very
like,
happy for you.
It's
You have
nice
a
you
very
have a cute baby.
But what if you had a baby that was like Paige? She looked like a monster
Okay.
when she first came out.
Only for a few weeks, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Right.
Right, and then it was cute.
Can you
right?
guys describe,
I pretty much told Mom. I think.
can you
I
rate
pretty much told
our,
Mom we're done having kids.
after seeing
And then what? And then what happened?
Yeah,
then
then
you
tell them what happened.
accidentally got pregnant. You jokingly, you tried to prove
You
your
wanted to
What?
see if
Mom was
you were still
infertile.
fertile.
Yes. Apparently she was.
And what did you do when you found out that Bailey was conceived?
I was somewhat shocked
And
because
And
I
how
wasn't
did that go
planning
down?
for.
Where
you
were you?
literally
Paint us a
fell to
picture.
your knees while you were mowing the yard.
She come out in her bathrobe. I literally
That's
did.
romantic.
I was hanging on to the lawnmower and I got my
She took the pregnancy test and she said, God damn it, Andy, we did it again. We done did it again.
another darn kid.
I bet it's going to be a girl too.
And then how did you feel when you saw Mom's condition that she just kept growing?
Wait,
and
what do you mean
growing
condition?
And growing.
Because Chubby was inside.
Because
Oh,
Mom got so big with Bailey that we called her Chubby. And that's like,
Okay, you guys explain
the
it.
day you were born, they asked us to walk around the hospital.
Do
hall.
not-
Do you remember? I
do-
told you I would
say it.
divorce you if you ever told
Say
this
it.
story.
Do not
Say it.
Do not.
Okay, I'm not
Say
going to say
it.
the weight, but let's just say we were identical.
Do not say you.
they weighed the same.
Also, not that much weight.
No, compared
It's not
to
that
a
much
lot of
weight,
women,
but Mom's like Mom is like a bird. She has like
Compared to
little bird
how
bones.
much Jade weighed when she went to Purdue, it's practically the same.
It's not even close.
Content warning. We are body shamers, clearly.
Jade threw on a few tires.
Sorry.
There's-
Sorry.
But mom is like, mom is not built like us. Like
No,
mom,
we're built different.
Mom is like
Mom
bird
is
bones.
slender.
Mom has like Gigi's body, where it's like she's very like petite and like airy.
Yeah.
I am built with full mass. Like,
Even though
there's
we're really short, we're never gonna blow away in a windstorm.
never. And me
That's so nice because
especially.
I don't feel that way. I feel a little girthy.
No, are you kidding me? I at all times weigh like 10 to 15 pounds more than all of you,
Yeah, but
but I look fabulous.
Yeah, but
But you're muscular.
I know, but like
yeah, that's
still,
what I was gonna say.
you're sturdier.
I'm extremely sturdy, low to the
If
ground.
we
I
all
could
tried
still
to
kick your
knock
ass.
you over.
Yeah,
Paige can take
and
you
Paige
out,
will
though.
take me out every single
She
time.
just doesn't know how to use those muscles. And I don't have a lot of muscles, but the body weight I have, I throw it around.
I don't think I have the angst that you have inside.
Yeah, it's like a rage.
No, I do believe there was one time we were in Illinois and Uncle Walt actually took you aside
he
and
taught
told
me-
you how to take Jade down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He taught
This
me
is
some
the
tricks
little,
that I
he's
still
like,
use
this
today.
is the little sister advice you need.
Yeah,
Take your
because
sister
Uncle
out.
Walt is the youngest, so he had to help the youngest.
Yeah, so there were a few little tricks that he was like, if she ever gets you in this position, do this. If she does this, do this. And I was like, that's actually really helpful.
I just
It
like
worked,
get
too.
so I like laugh so much when Paige gets all angry. Like
Especially
it tickles me
when I start actually pinning you down, then you
and then I just start
lose
crying,
it.
laughing because I'm just like, this
How
is
did this
hilarious.
work?
Yeah.
You can't stop laughing once it starts.
Oh yeah. I can't take her seriously.
Even if you guys are mad at each other, you'll start laughing as
Yeah.
soon as she grabs you.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Because she's crazy.
And you always go for a headlock.
I know. That's
you do.
Because that's
She needs to incapacitate.
because that's the easiest way for me to whip her on the ground.
She also has Napoleon syndrome.
Look, what works works.
Yeah.
My moves have stayed the same since I was like 4 years old, and then I can still get her done every time.
Yes, you can, honey.
But if I'm
Impressive.
ever in a fight, I'm tagging Paige in.
Oh,
Yep.
100%. I
We
would
all
never
are.
tag me in. Who would ever tag me in?
And Bailey's
Nobody.
just
And Bailey's like, conflict makes me cry.
oh, she's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll kick her.
I've
I'll
seen-
kick your
I've
ass on
seen-
her behalf.
I've seen Bailey throw you in a chokehold before too. By the way,
Do you want to see me
one-armed-
kick your ass?
A one-armed chokehold.
Keep it up. I will kick your ass live. Let's go live.
All right, next one.
I'm just gonna do 2 more. Okay. Okay. This is a dating wrapped. To start off, I love listening to you guys.
Listening.
I love
Listening.
listening to you guys, and look forward to all the new episodes. Okay, to the good stuff. To preface, I'm a junior in college and didn't learn what boundaries were until it was too late. Most of my dating this year was captivated by a 6-month situationship. Like all situationships, it was going great till it wasn't. We never talked about what we were, something I definitely regret, so I didn't really know how he felt, minus the fact he didn't want to be in a relationship. Parentheses. But I did tell him how I felt. I was cool with it because my dumbass thought he would come around on the issue, so I decided to start thinking of him in my life more long term. Are you feeling triggered yet?
No.
About Colorado? Okay. Just wondering. Just wondering. Big mistake. One night he tells me that we can't hang because he, sad pity voice, needs to get his midterm done.
Oh, poor baby.
I understood, so I proceeded to go to bed with the worst feeling in my gut. Foreshadowing.
She knows.
Foreshadowing.
She
The next
knows.
day, he proceeded to tell me that our relationship was over, and when I asked for a reason why, he told me that's just the reality of it. Which, of course, that makes so much sense. Eye roll. This all happened over Snapchat, by the way, and he refused to talk to me in person.
God.
Were they in
Yeah.
high school?
No, college.
College.
I went home to my roommates, who then told me that the night before, when he was complaining about finishing his midterm, he actually decided to invite a girl over, a freshman, which is even worse.
she was a tutor. Clearly,
They found out about it through one of his roommates texting one of my roommates, quote, your roommate is being so loud right now, thinking that it was me over there having sex with this boy. Oh, like he was having sex with someone else. Yeah,
we got
We
it.
got that.
So of course I was heartbroken, confused, and most importantly, angry. However, it was perfect timing because it was Halloween weekend and I was determined to find him at a party and rub my hotness in his face and make him think I wasn't fazed by him blindsiding me.
Good for you.
So one night I dressed up in the costume I planned. Guy Fieri.
I thought it was going to be like a really hot costume.
And the next night, when I knew I was going to see him, I dusted off a cowboy hat that was sitting in the trunk of my car, threw on a bikini top and some booty shorts and called myself a country girl.
Okay, there we go.
My goal was in fact accomplished that night because I made my presence known at the party with the help of my awesome friends. Now, this is not where the story ends. But first, I would like to say good for you for like pivoting from your Guy Fieri costume, which is probably hilarious. We're always men for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hence my pajamas where I'm William Howard Taft, Teddy Roosevelt, Jade's Teddy Roosevelt and Paige's Abraham Lincoln. It's fun to have a funny costume, but it's funner to have a slutty costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to make your ex jealous.
Yeah, that always does work. And it's like, you don't want to come off too desperate when you do it, but like everyone knows and they're waiting. So
Yeah.
it's like, give them a show.
Yeah.
Right?
Right,
Dad? What do you think
Dad,
about
what do you
that?
think about it?
And what do you accomplish by that?
Just
Does
your
it
own
make
pride.
you feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
then
it.
because
Yes, that's all that matters.
And it makes him be like, oh, I feel bad that I was such an asshole to her.
He's
Look,
the only
look what I'm
she's
missing.
hot.
Look what
Wait,
I'm missing.
This is
From the
all
only guy in
surface
the
level.
room, from the only guy in the room, does it make you feel bad?
Probably not.
Never really had that happen to me.
Okay.
Dad's a
Anyways.
one-woman man.
I don't really think it makes the guy feel bad. I think it makes you feel good. Because the
what I
guy
think, yeah.
probably like is either thinking like, wow,
I think
this is desperate, or this is like, she looks hot.
Yeah,
But
or
I
he's
still
like-
stand by my decision.
Yeah, I think okay, that's fair. I thought he would be like, maybe I fucked up.
No,
I
I
don't
think,
think
at
so.
this point of their like college lives is
That's your only
seeing-
option.
It's arm candy. So like she looks hot. I wish I was with her
Yeah.
because she looks hot. That would be
That's what
a
I'm
good
saying.
person to have,
Yeah.
which was her goal,
She
and
accomplished
she
that.
seems like she accomplished it. My goal was in fact accomplished that night because I made my presence known at the party with the help of my awesome friends. Now this is not where the story ends.
Dun, dun,
I hopped back on the dating apps and started talking with some boys and even went on 2 dates with the boy who dyed his blonde mustache pure pitch black.
Yikes.
Which doesn't sound like good coloring for his features, I imagine. I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
he probably has blonde eyebrows.
And blonde hair.
So it just looks like
He should do both.
he should do everything. If
he
he's-
should get microblading on his mustache.
send him this episode and
Do you
let
think
him
that's
know.
what they-
I'm
that
super
they can
excited to
do?
hear what she did.
I have a great girl in California. Her
Can you
things.
get microblading on your mustache?
I'm sure.
Okay. However, that's the reality of it. The boy she was talking to kept appearing around campus and at parties / bars, and my
always
hatred
does.
more so grew into me just wanting to have sex, and it appeared easier to accomplish with someone I already knew. The kicker was I didn't know how he felt about me, but I matched with him on Bumble and proceeded to have a conversation to figure out how he felt about me. And as it turned out, he missed me. So the next day I was at a bar with my friend. He arrived, drove us to his house, parentheses, we live across the street.
Oh.
And I then had sex with him.
No.
I would like to blame this on the alcohol, but just like Taylor Swift, I masterminded the shit and I knew what I wanted. So now I'm still talking to him and he's still treating me like I'm an inconvenience to him, just as he did before.
No.
But I am on winter break, so I don't have to worry about that until I return.
No.
Girl, love ya.
You know what you should do? Okay, Paige, go first.
Okay.
You wrote it in your own words. He's still treating you like you're an inconvenience. He is not worth your time.
She knows.
This is what I would do.
Go.
I would go and get a fresh set of highlights or get your hair done. Get
or
a fresh,
cut your
and
shorts
get your nails
shorter.
done.
and then get your nails done and get a spray tan right before you come back to school. And then get like a couple cute outfits that make you feel like the coolest girl in the world and dump him. So then when you get back to school, you're feeling hot as fuck. And then go on some other dates with some other guys. But like, stop talking to this guy.
This guy is the loser of all losers.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck
and
this
it's
guy.
College, right?
So
They're in college. Yeah. Speak
It's
into your microphone.
It's so easy to feel, especially when you're in college, that like
They're in
this
college,
is
right?
the community that you have, and
Yeah.
these are the only people around.
Dad, what would you tell this girl?
But the power that you can
let's
have.
let Dad give some advice.
I don't know.
Okay, Mom, you too.
He's not worth your time. You're way better than that. You deserve someone that treats you well.
I know, but we gotta give her like action steps because, like, yeah, she knows that. She already knows.
But she doesn't
knows.
seem like she wants to try to date anyone else, though.
But
She's
she
not
knows.
making any
So you
attempt. She
need
destroys
to,
it.
You need to find a different bar. You and your friends go
Yeah.
find a new bar.
That's hard because, like, if you go to a school like Purdue and there's 4 bars, like, you can't avoid people.
True.
But if
Okay.
you go to a school like UT where it's this sorority hangs out with this fraternity and this is what we do and whatever, guess what? I don't talk to anyone that I was in my sorority or any of the guys in the fraternities either. So it's like,
Well, what I'm saying is that she might not have the option to like not be around this person, but like I would not put yourself into situations intentionally to be around this person.
But if she is in college, I'm gonna dare to say there's at least 20,000 people there.
hopefully,
She does not have to be around that one person.
yeah,
Find a new place to go where you can find new people.
yeah,
yeah, join a club that's going to be more interesting to talk about than your sorority. Because I
like-
guarantee your sorority is not as fun
How do you
and
know
cool to
she's in a
talk about.
sorority?
I don't know.
And if you put
I'm
your mind
guessing.
to it, like it sounds like you are a very go-getter kind of gal
And you're
because
really
you
intelligent.
intelligent. You listen to this podcast.
You're
clearly.
really smart if you listen
You
to
smart
this
girl for
podcast.
listening to this podcast.
So it sounds like if you put your mind to getting him back, you can put your mind to getting him away. But I think you should set yourself up like feeling the best about yourself because you don't want to feel like not good about yourself.
and
when
like
you're
you
trying to get away
said,
from
you
somebody.
are Taylor Swift. You are gonna mastermind this shit. So devise your plan now on just how to get him out of your life.
Yeah.
like use Taylor as your inspo.
Think about like a girl like Taylor Swift has been in your exact same position, and she's Taylor Swift.
and there's nothing she does better than revenge, and so like you
Right.
can make that happen for yourself.
Get
Don't
on your
you guys remember, not Dear John, what was her first one?
vigilante
First one for
shit.
what?
Teardrops on My Guitar.
Oh no,
Tim
that's
McGraw.
not-
What are you saying?
The guy who showed up on her,
Oh, Drew.
Drew.
Yeah.
Drew
You could be Drew.
looks at me.
Why would she want to be Drew?
Or you could do loving him was like blue, like I never know.
It's love. It's
Loving
red.
him
It's
was
literally
dark
red. That's the
gray
name
on
of the
my
song. It's
phone.
But
not
maybe
blue. It's
loving
red.
him was like blue.
Loving
Jada
him
will
was
never
like
know.
Do, la, da, do, da, do.
Jada will never know what
Loving him
that
was
album
red.
was.
Okay, are you gonna read another one?
Yes.
She's waiting on you.
Okay, I like this one especially because she titled it. The title is Crop Blocked.
Interesting.
Listen, and maybe you'll see why. My love languages are definitely quality time and gifts, and my boyfriend knew that, but definitely wasn't always his strong suit. We can call him Tucker.
Tucker,
My first
aka
birthday,
fucker. I'm sure that's what
or
she's
Sucker.
John
That's what I was
Tucker must die. My first birthday with Tucker, he did great and arranged a whole day for us to go to the aquarium and to the zoo and to a soccer game, and I loved the quality
Wow,
time. And
that's
he
a-
even made a homemade cake, and that was so thoughtful.
It's a long day.
Overcompensating much.
He kind of blew his load.
Love bombing.
I think he blew his load. He was like, "Uh-oh, she loves her birthday. Let's like do the best." And then he
Yeah.
set the bar too high.
Right.
He was killing it. Fast forward a few months later, and he shit the bed pretty hard with Christmas. Impressed with his birthday gifts for me, I got him $300 worth of expensive cooking gear and clothes that I knew he would like. In return, Tucker got me a set of $25 sheets from Target, an extra large Atlanta Hawks sweatshirt, and a stress ball.
Nice. Wait,
That is the most random set of gifts.
It's the boyiest gift.
a stress
sheets.
ball?
He was aimlessly walking around Target, and he's just like, "She has sheets. I'll get these."
And he
sheets.
found a sweatshirt that he liked.
And he's like, "I like this one," and then he's like, "She's really stressed all the time. Here's this stress ball."
I was a little shocked since we had just gone shopping and I helped him pick out $250 sheets for his place. And the sweatshirt he got for me was gigantic on me and definitely was from the men's sale section. Nonetheless, I squeezed the stress ball and kept my cool because I do like basketball and I did need the sheets. I just had slightly higher expectations. A few weeks later, we were going to a Hawks game and I decided to pull the sweatshirt to wear to the game. I cut it off to make a sexy little crop top, and I thought he would love that. I was enjoying his gift. I go to pick him up, and he was shocked about the sweatshirt. He immediately started pouting, and I could tell he was upset. I really had to dig it out of him, but eventually he told me, well, I thought we both could wear the sweatshirt. Like, I really wanted to wear it too.
You called
I
it.
knew that right off the
Oh
bat.
my God.
I was totally thrown off, and he was upset for most of the night. I really was confused why he was expected to share my gift, but I wouldn't have cut it off if he just said that. Was I in the wrong? No,
he's
I don't think we even have to
insane.
explore
A
that.
gift.
No,
Dad. Wait, is it over?
I was just trying to enjoy the thing he gave me and make
Yeah.
the best of it. Ever since, I've learned to taper my expectations and communicate. Hopefully this year's Christmas exchange with my new boo goes better.
Oh my God.
Love the pod. Will y'all come hang out with me in Brooklyn?
I would love
Brooklyn.
to, but also
so she
I
has a new boo.
really
I,
need you.
I would like to
that
hear that.
they
I
did
would
not
like to
ask.
hear the presents.
I need the update from the new boo. Dad.
He was just trying to be nice and to be.
Oh,
No,
shut up,
hold
shut
on. He was trying to be nice by doing the sheet thing. That's why he only spent a little bit of money on it.
$25 sheets when they just bought him sheets for
I know, but he's just
$250.
doing something.
$25 sheets is like not.
Maybe he's
know.
confused and didn't understand the zero behind.
I'm agreeing. I'm just saying he just did the sheets as a cover up because he knew he got a sweatshirt for him.
Okay.
Don't-
Selfish.
Let's
Let's talk about gifts you've given to mom.
Mom, what's your
What
favorite
about, wait,
gift?
Mom,
what's
Mom,
your
what happened
favorite?
on your
Let's leave-
30th birthday?
let's put
No,
the
wait.
goods with
I
the
want to
bad.
know what happened
Let
with
the mother
from
talk.
Mom's 30th birthday. Because this year, 2022, was my 30th birthday. And I was a little upset I had these really high expectations for my birthday, but it didn't work out. My friends were kind of all over the place. Like, it just wasn't the right year to have the type of birthday that I wanted. But you know what? Like, I turned 30 anyways, and it's fine. Like, it was totally fine. But I remember telling Mom that I was a little disappointed in my birthday, and then she reminded me, because I've always known this story, I just didn't know that it was your 30th birthday story.
Okay, so tell it.
So I get confused on the years to start with. So
He gets
mom
confused.
probably needs a.
Yeah, let Mom talk.
Also, Mom
Mom can
had
say-
3 children by the time she was 27.
I had 3 kids, and for my 30th birthday, all I wanted to do is have a night away. I just wanted to let the kids have their time with Nene, and I wanted to go anywhere for the weekend. Dad did not think that was practical. He did not think that we should spend the money that way, and he didn't want to do that.
I'm remembering this as
Oh,
it goes.
wait.
So he would normally very sweetly invite all our friends over to our house, but what that would mean is
You have to do
I
everything.
clean the house, I make the food, and we have a party. Our friends go home. I clean
clean
the
up.
house, and I take care of the kids.
And Dad helps
He does help.
clean up.
He
Dad is a very
Dad's
good helper.
a very good helper. But I just didn't want to do that. I just
Talk into
wanted,
your microphone.
I didn't want to do that. I wanted the time away. So instead, Dad decides to do absolutely nothing.
I had a bad year.
Nothing. So I'm upset with Dad. So my birthday is February 8th. I'm pretty much giving him the silent treatment up until Valentine's Day. So I take you 3 girls and we go to Disneyland for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
That's fine.
Thanks, Mom.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Mom.
We did that a lot. We like to go to Disneyland. So we went to Disneyland. I come home. Now, in that week, my hair dryer had broken.
Oh, jeez.
So I come home.
And you probably told your husband about it.
No, we weren't talking.
Oh,
But I come
he's
home.
so astute.
And on the bed, there's this very pretty Valentine's bag. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I look a little closer. There is toilet paper on the top of this bag.
That's called
Not tissue paper. No, it was toilet paper.
Tutu
Toilet.
paper.
It looked the same.
No, it
Our
does
late
not.
grandmother would call it tutu paper.
It was 2-ply.
Late grandmother plug.
Our late grandmother would call it tutu paper.
And by the way, it was a blow dryer.
A fine quality item.
Wow.
No.
What a
Okay, but did
But-
he
Your
use
hair
the blow
never
dryer?
looked
Did he use the blow dryer?
No, it wasn't even a good blow dryer.
wow.
Come
You
on.
couldn't even spring for the good blow dryer.
Yes,
How would
she
he
did.
know? He hasn't.
I never had any hair.
He would not know what a good blow dryer is.
Oh,
So-
Sandy's mad, and also she can't blow dry her hair anymore.
And I'm going to be honest. Once I saw the toilet paper, I was
You were just
I was
mad,
just
pissed.
livid.
He bought the bag, but he couldn't spring for the tissue paper.
Right. And okay, let's not to just completely shit on dad, but let's shit on mom now.
Okay.
Remember the time that dad?
Oh my God, I
was
know what you're gonna
so
say. I'm
thoughtful.
Stop.
It's
Mom-
in the.
Mom
might be in
wanted
frame.
these canisters back here. These canisters. So dad went and he thoughtfully
He
went-
made a note of it because they were at the department store together, and he noted, okay,
In
mom
passing,
likes
Mom
these
said,
canisters.
I like those.
yes.
Slam dunk for Christmas.
Right. I used to get people hair dryers for birthdays.
Not this time.
Now I'm going to win for once in my life. So dad presents mother with this present. So thoughtful, so sweet.
Can I do mom's reaction?
Yes.
Well,
So
yeah.
mom opens up the presents and
Please
And she
do.
says, oh, I wanted the black ones because they were gold. And that was the first thing she says is,
not even like, oh, you.
she just says,
you
oh, I
remember
wanted the
this."
black ones. And as soon as she said that, I was like, shit.
Oh,
because
and
we-
I'm looking like, what? In the
You're
world?
like, well, you,
This is the exact.
yeah, you're
ones
like, you pointed out, these are the exact ones you pointed. Yeah, but I saw the black ones that were in a box that were underneath the ones that were on display. So like, I wanted the black ones. And he's like, but you didn't say that.
Yeah. So he's just like doing something nice. And like literally she couldn't even give him like, oh, you remembered. It was, I wanted the black one.
And I almost promise you that if mom would have returned the gold ones for the black ones and still use them, dad would not have even noticed.
No, not at all. like
probably
literally
right.
not at
Absolutely.
all. That was the main point of that.
I
then-
think I would have noticed.
And then
don't
she
think
just had to shame him. It was like shame. Shame. Shame.
Wrap my gift in toilet paper.
Come
You
on.
know, one of some of my whenever we
different
had
thing.
whenever we had planned to do this episode for Thanksgiving, and then somebody forgot the recording equipment. Hey, names don't need to be said. Look, we're past that. It's Christmas.
Someone
now.
robbed the recording equipment in toilet paper.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the same of shame?
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, anyways, I know that we had some people that had some questions, and one of them that I think people would like to know is, you guys have been married for a very long time now, and like, what would you say is kind of your secret in y'all's relationship? Like, what has made
Y'all.
things work for you guys for so many years?
Well, I can say that I've never ever been jealous. I mean, ever from when we very first started dating, prior to getting married. I was a little bit, a few times, but I mean, other than that,
So
I feel like jealousy
now,
is like a little hot.
Now you don't get mad when she makes out with other people, or what?
no, it's just fine. But no, I mean,
Okay, you
So
don't
you
jealous.
think that
I mean, that's-
jealousy people
I think it's trust.
I think people make
I
it.
think it's
people
the
get
security.
people get too jealous.
they
Like they're very secure with each other, so they
Because
don't get
you guys
jealous.
are a monogamous couple.
Monogamous.
Monogamous. What's the word?
monogamous.
What did I say?
Yes.
Everything
Monogamous.
wasn't always smooth sailing for you guys, so you had to learn how to work
Let's
out
talk
your.
about all your pitfalls.
I mean,
It wasn't all smooth sailing.
There is no marriage
No,
that's
there-
ever going to be smooth sailing the whole time.
No.
Well, I sure know that, honey.
I think there's.
you couldn't even make it work 2 years.
I think there's always ups and downs.
Do you think I quit my marriage at an appropriate time?
Okay, yes, you.
Okay.
They didn't have the same.
I think you did
Struggles
what was
that you
best
did.
for you, and we all support you, and we love you.
I'm gonna say Dad makes me laugh
Aww.
a lot. Even when I'm really mad, he will turn around and do something, and it just makes me laugh.
Wait, even though he tells the same 5 jokes over and over and over.
Sometimes he
No.
tells them different.
It's probably 50. It's just that she's heard them.
He just
And
does something. Like he does something silly, and it breaks the tension and makes me laugh. And,
And you just
and then I just
treats her like a brother.
And I forget
I'm really fucking
exactly.
sore.
Yeah, I forget why I was mad at him, and then we talk it through. And
That's really cute.
nice.
Cute.
I love that.
Dad, what do you love
That's
about Mom?
blushing.
and there's a couple other things, but we won't talk about it on the podcast.
No.
Okay,
Dad, maybe don't
Okay,
say what you love
after
about Mom.
living here for 8 months last
Jake,
year, I don't even want.
No, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Grossed me out when I walked outside one time.
No.
You got flustered. I'm knocking over my stuff.
What in the
And
world?
they were in the pool, and then they were like, I was like, I'm going to Rhiannon's house, and they're like, okay.
Why are the pool lights off?
Why are all the lights off? They were just on.
What?
Disgusting.
You were boning in the pool.
Ugh, you're doing something in the pool.
It must have been somebody else. Jay Page.
Must have been somebody else.
Anyways,
I don't think that's even a true story.
No, it was 100%.
look, are
anyways,
you trying to?
Cheers
Jada's
to
speaking her
30
truth.
something years of marriage. Good for you guys.
Cheers
I'm
to you
glad
guys.
that you
Cheers.
are doing whatever you're doing to still be
I'm
married.
glad you're doing whatever you need
I'm
to
glad
do.
you guys are still married.
at an intimate level.
I'm glad you guys are still married, and I don't need to know why.
Yeah, but tell the listeners, you know,
Tell the listeners what you're doing in the pool.
Ew. All right. Well, I think we're like.
I think this was good.
this is a good episode.
This was actually great. Thank you for joining us, Dad.
What?
Dad,
This
what's
is
your
almost-
favorite sports team?
Dad, what is your favorite football team, and where would you like to go?
2024.
2023.
Three. What year am I in?
Paige is really aiming. She knows
We
we're gonna
need
get
to. Let's be specific.
Let's
about our
ask
goals.
Dad what he liked the most about going to Soldier Field.
Oh, what'd you like?
Oh, I'll tell you. Basically the intimacy there. You go to a Dallas game. I feel like you're so far away. You're watching a big screen. The Soldier Field, I believe, is the smallest stadium in the NFL.
Really?
I'm pretty
that
sure.
tracks
We
for
will
the
have to
Bears.
ask.
Wait, that's cute. Let me
But
fact
I'm
check
telling
that.
you, it was even as high up as we were. It was perfect. And I dressed as Ditka, and Mom dressed as Jim McMahon, and we had a lot of compliments and pictures taken with a lot of people. It was really fun. It was a blast.
And how did the city of Chicago greet you?
The City of Lights.
The city of lights,
It was
aka
fun.
Chicago.
It was fun. It was
We
fun.
were really. Our flight was 8 hours late. It was
We didn't get to spend as much time there, but
No.
literally walking 2 miles from our hotel to Soldier Field, and people are honking at Ditka and
miles?
McMahon. Yeah, we
two.
walked
We walked
That's
2.5
a
miles.
long
I just have to
walk.
say that, Dad, you are exactly right. Soldier Field is the smallest stadium with 61,500 seats.
Yeah, I knew it was around 60. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
but it was.
But when you
so
get
much
there,
fun.
when you literally get there, they have this like free tailgate area. When I say free, like you don't have to pay to go in, but they had live music and they had all these tents set up where you could do different like bars or food. They had a big bear. They had a couple other places where people were taking
live bear?
photos. Well, it
no,
wasn't
not
a live bear.
Just a
Okay,
big
so
blow
it's
up
dead.
there for
But
pictures.
it was
and
fun. It was
live
like
band.
No tax-
way
Taxidermy?
different. It was way different than like Dallas. This was something you could go in. Everyone was interacting with each other. It was a lot of fun.
It was-
because Chicago
it was a blast.
is such a good sports city. It is one of the best cities.
I
for
mean,
sports.
here's the thing. I wouldn't know because I have not been. But
Have
you know
never
what?
been to Chicago at all?
I've driven through Chicago. That's it. I've never been to Chicago. But you know what, Soldier Field? This is your chance to get me and your poor dad and my poor dad and my poor mom to Soldier Field in 2023.
Think about.
No, we have to all go together.
I'm just saying. Think about the marketing that you have here. A man, oh, you can't enjoy sports with girls. Oh, really? You can't?
Guess
Look
what?
at me and my 3 daughters.
We're gonna let the boys play, like
Look
Bailey
at
says.
all these pick me girls.
We know about quarterbacks.
let
Pick
the boys
me,
play.
pick me, pick
and you
me.
know what? If Miller Lite wants to hook it up,
Miller
as well,
Lite, calling you
we
out.
love Chicago Bears. We love Soldier Field. We love
Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
And I'm not even joking. We got Dad a neon light. It's a Miller Lite Chicago Bears combo neon light a few years ago. And he even made a comment. He was like, maybe when we do the podcast, I can have the lights in the
bring
back
the
light
light.
in. But
Hang it up.
we didn't record in the shop. So
But we will be going. We will be going to Soldier Field next year.
it will be
Probably.
mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
We'll be back.
All right. Well, cheers to our poor parents.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Honestly, this is the last episode of 2022.
Is it?
Wow.
I think because
Yeah.
the next Monday is going to be New Year's,
day.
the day after New Year's Day. I think. The day.
The day.
So wow, honestly, thank you for birthing us and raising
Providing.
us.
Thank you both for birthing
and
us.
giving us.
And thank you for these pajamas. They're so cute.
Thank you for these pajamas and giving us the relationship we have to even start this podcast and get all these stepsisters.
Yeah.
So
And if you guys would love to hear more episodes, then you should tell more people about this podcast.
yeah, tell your friends.
Step those sisters. Step those sisters. Come on.
And
Come on.
Come on. Everybody.
I think that you guys for next week, we should plan something kind of special. I don't know what topic, but maybe if you guys have questions for us or just
Yeah, like
say
let's
something
do like
funny,
a
like
New Year,
or-
New Us question.
Resolution fails would be funny. Of
or
like,
resolution successes, whatever.
oh,
Either
that's
or.
better.
Or what you're wanting to accomplish out of the new year.
New Year, New Us episode.
I would
Let's do
love
that.
to hear what people are
Can
going
I
to
just
like
say
do
one
better.
thing?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm really proud of you girls.
Thank you.
You're going to make Bailey cry again.
That's all right.
Suck my ass.
I'll stand by you.
It's not ass
Should I
season-
sing?
ass eating season right now. But
I'm gonna have to clip that for social, and
Please
your
do. Clip
face
it.
is gonna be on
Center
TikTok.
stage.
But what I want to say is I'm very proud of you girls.
Thank
you guys
you.
started this together. You're growing it. I love listening to it. You make me laugh every week. And I'm just very proud of you.
Thanks,
Aw,
Mom.
and you
That's
heard
very
us
sweet.
fighting almost this time last year about making this podcast. And
Yeah.
now look at us.
And almost this time,
This
2 months ago, 1 month ago, when we failed to do this on Thanksgiving.
This exact day last year, we tried to record the first,
Our first
episode of
episode,
the
yeah.
podcast, and we tried it, I think, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And we
And
ended
we
up
just couldn't get
scrapping it. We didn't end up posting an episode until January because we could not get it together.
Yeah.
And we all looked really rough.
we did.
well, I
we
mean,
looked
look at-
terrible.
I mean,
am
are you
gorgeous
saying
today.
that we look so good now? Because I think we do.
Well, we didn't look as rough as we did last year.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That is true. All right. Well, subscribe, rate us, follow
Write
us.
at gmail.com.
Yeah,
yourpoordad@gmail.com. You can write in any way,
way
you
you
want.
want. Just
We're
write-
Except
not-
for notes.
okay.
Yeah, just like
Anyway, we just
send
like
us
your
an email.
emails.
Yeah, just send us an email, and then make sure you and the stepsisters that you bring us follow us at Your Poor Dad Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone say bye.
See you in 2023.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.